We're about to start another weekly update. Zero Cool, how are you?
Pretty good. Just got back from a little party in the main capital.
Nice. Just a party, or you were away for the weekend, right?
No, I left Friday afternoon and came back like half an hour ago.
Okay, okay. And what do you
So,
mean by party? Was it a club or?
yeah, it was a club. Some international DJs passing by.
Cool, cool.
So I
And
decided
you
to join
stayed
that.
there at the
Yeah, I
hotel?
booked a hotel.
Cool,
Booked a
cool.
hotel and then drove back. It was storming on the way back, so
Damn.
snowstorm. It's pretty interesting to drive in. Trucks passing me at like 90 kilometers an hour. It was pretty interesting.
Well, I don't know
Oh yeah.
if you followed crypto while you were away, but there were some
Uh,
interesting Satoshi emails.
I saw the first like ones that got posted on Twitter, but apparently there's way more.
Yeah, there's a lot. I haven't read them all. I'm planning on doing that tomorrow, but there was one I
Hmm.
saw that piqued my interest. I don't know what it was. There was an article written or something from the very early weeks of, or maybe months in Bitcoin, and
Hmm.
it was an article that was trying to value Bitcoin and really the dollar value, how you can valuate it. And the article was saying that a very good way to evaluate Bitcoin is by looking how much it costs to mine it. So basically the electricity cost.
Hmm.
And Satoshi answered to that, and he found that at that time that was the best way to value Bitcoin. And surprisingly, well, I think still to this day, that's the best way to find the value of Bitcoin instead of TA and everything. For me, the electricity price is the best way how to value Bitcoin. It's the same way
Uh,
how you value gold, basically. So basically, gold, it's almost at the same value as how much it costs to mine it.
yeah, kind of makes sense if you think about it, right? Uh,
Yeah, just in Bitcoin, it's a bit difficult than in gold because Bitcoin, well, if it costs too much to mine it, then the difficulty will go down and it basically will always come back at the same level. But the thing with Bitcoin
True.
is, and the chart you have to look at, and not many people look at
Mhm.
that chart, is the hash price, the hash rate chart. So basically, if you see the hash rate going up, that's very bullish. And for the time being, I never saw the hash rate dipping.
No, up only.
Um,
It's past all times high from like the years before, right?
And a very good one you can look at, I got it right here, is basically the price of Bitcoin against how much it costs to mine it. And basically, how I look at it is how to find tops in Bitcoin. So basically, when you see here already in 2018, well, 17, when we had the first top, you see the price of Bitcoin is way higher than it costs to mine it. So basically, what happens is all the miners just no brain
Dumping.
instantly dump it, and you
Yeah.
have a lot of sell pressure here at the top. We had the same here in the March April top, first top in
Hmm.
2021, and the same here in well, the all-time high.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because when you look at it now, it's just following. Normally, the price of Bitcoin should be around the same price as it costs to mine it.
The production cost. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's, for me, that's a very good way to look at the top. Just one thing, when is it, 20th of April is the halving, and then the price of Bitcoin, it costs double to mine it. So the electricity cost will go double. So that would be very interesting. You see it here, the last halving, it spiked up the hash rate. So then we will see, or will some miners stop mining, or the price of Bitcoin needs to double from here. So it will be a very
Hmm.
interesting time.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good indicator to follow. Pretty low key. I don't think a lot of people like actually follow that and take it into account.
No, so that's why I'm saying it's for you and for people that don't follow everyone like sheep. Is it a very good indicator to find tops? Because no one is looking at it and everyone is just bang, 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 but they're not looking at it.
And yeah, mining
Um,
pressure or mining cell pressure. It kind of makes sense.
all right. So that was that. I just wanted to show that. Maybe
Yeah.
let's go back into the charts
Hmm.
and see the price action we had the last week. So basically, it's a pretty boring week. The only thing we saw here it was the 21st of February, we saw the dip starting. And basically,
Yeah.
the only reason for me that we saw the dip was, we can look at it here. The ETF inflows is, if we look 21st of February, very easy to see. It's the first day that we got more outflows than inflows. And it's
Yeah.
been since 25th of January. So it's been really a while that we haven't seen it. If we look at
Mhm.
last week, there were a lot of inflows, way more than outflows. That's why we
That's,
just kept
uh,
pumping, and this was this pump.
mhm.
Um, so basically, looking at next week, um, I'm pretty bullish that we will see more inflows than outflows. I'm just thinking, but it's not confirmed yet, that it was Genesis selling. I don't know if you've read about
Uh,
it, or
the $2.5 billion that they needed.
but it
It's,
was not confirmed that they already started selling, right?
it was Solana at minus 40%, like staked Solana that they were selling, I believe, at like a minus 40%, which
Ah,
probably also causes the dip of Solana compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin.
okay. I thought they were only selling Bitcoin for the moment.
Yeah, what's the Genesis? Maybe it was FTX selling their staked Solana. One of the two is selling off the market at like a minus 40%, which probably causes or is causing Solana to be pushed down more than it should.
All right. Let's maybe look at the price action. For being very transparent, I'm for the time being 30% in Bitcoin and 70% in cash, because it feels a bit toppy to me. Not only that, also everything is at all-time high. Nasdaq, S&P, everything is all-time
Mhm.
high. So I'm a bit cautious.
Yeah,
Um,
to say the least, wary. I think it's good to be wary at the moment.
Also, I have this here on my chart for a long time. Where is it? Here, the BTFP and the RRP balance rate cuts, that's here in March. So we talked
Mhm.
about it in last stream. The bank term funding program, which helps local banks, is stopping. So there will be less liquidity. The reverse repo balance will be emptied by March. And normally they should start rate cuts by March as well.
Mhm. And
Um,
if you throw in the possibility, like there's more Satoshi emails going around. There's an email with talks about a bank transfer from
mm,
2010. That is an easy way to dox Satoshi. And if you leak or if you find out who Satoshi is and that hits crypto Twitter, there's gonna be some panic selling.
we'll see about that. For
And,
me, Satoshi is Halfini, and he's dead, so I don't think that will change much to the price.
uh,
But
yeah, but even if it's hell, I
because
think it's
then
hell
they
and
know
Nick.
they cannot sell. If we know it's Halfini, we know all the coins are dead. They cannot be bought again.
Yeah, he could have given them to his wife, right?
Hmm, that's true.
But yeah, the dox itself, I hope he doesn't get doxed. But if he gets doxed, I think that alone will impact the price negatively, even if it's just like a panic dump.
I will be buying
If
both.
we right, and my point is that all could line up with the Fed's cutting the rates, with the bank program stopping, with the reverse repo being emptied completely. Like that's a perfect catalyst for a nasty candle down, in my eyes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's why I'm being cautious. And then again, I got 30% still in the markets. From That's enough. If we go higher, it's fine for me either way. I make a nice profit. And
Yep.
so now, real quick, I'm just going to go over my bits, so my buys where I like to buy, and then I'm going to do the rest of the TA. I'm going to leave it over to you.
Yep. Yep. Okay, sounds
So
good.
for me, it's real simple. Let me take here my pencil. I want to buy here at 0.1618 level. Right here is my first buy. Second buy, where I buy a bit more here at the Tenken, because if we look at bull markets, the Tenken is a really, really good bounce buy. We saw
Support.
it
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
here in the leg up we had last few weeks. Tenken bounce here, tack, tack, all the time. We
Mhm.
can real quick, we can go over to it at the last bull run. Same thing here. Tank and bounce, tank and bounce, tank and bounce. And then here, that's where you actually want to buy on the Kijun bounce. That's a very, very strong buy if you can buy here. Kijun buy and then tank and tank and. So
Yep.
you see it works. And that's what I want to do
Definitely.
here again. Let's just go back to this week. So we had Fibonacci level, tank and buy, and then next is a lot. I'm gonna buy a lot here at the Kijun bounce because, like I said from the previous bull run, if it bounces here, very good buy opportunity in bull run.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the remainder of my cash, what I want, I got a couple of buys stacked up here, but that's not much. Most of them is here. But if we go lower, I'm gonna go all in here at the bull market support band. Usually during bull runs, we touch it one time, and that one time it's up only afterwards. So if you can get a buy-in, it's all in here.
Yep.
Maybe, but I'm already all in here. I'm not gonna buy lower. But if you still want to buy lower, maybe if Satoshi's identity is found or something, you can buy here at the bottom of the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But how I see it is the bottom of the cloud, the bull market support band will come here all together, and then you can buy here at the bottom of the cloud still at 43K, 44K if we see a bounce.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to George, one trader. I don't know if you know him as well this
Mm-hmm.
morning. And if we drop, he's thinking we go up, but if we drop, he sent me this. So basically, we make a lower high and then we go up afterwards. So we
High, yeah.
revisit the 44Ks, tack, tack,
Mm-hmm.
tack, and we go up. For me, that's
Yes.
a possible scenario as well.
Basically my plan as well. I'm a bit more allocated already in like Bitcoin and other crypto, but my quote unquote stink bits, so my low bits that I hope don't get hit, but they're there just in case they get hit, is all around 44. Like Kijun 44, and a little bit in the clouds, not at 38. If it drops at 38, I think I'll just buy ETFs, honestly, if that ever happens. I don't think we see 38. It's unlikely.
I'm gonna show your screen so you can start.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll start using Velo data instead of TradingView because it's free. It has give or take the same options except custom scripts, and yeah, it's free while TradingView is paid. What I want to show is like we've been talking for weeks. You had your range here, your deviation up, deviation down. It reclaimed and then it sent. I think we're going to do exactly the same here. You got your range high, range low. It's still developing. So is this the high? See if I can move it. Is this the high, or is it this high, or is it here? Don't know. Apparently, this wick here is capping the upside. So every single, it's on daily time frame, so it's pretty high time frame. This is just getting hammered down. Boink. Over here, honestly, I thought we were gonna drop down. We had a very nice reaction here today on a Saturday. Very sus, honestly, but indication that there is still market participants willing to push and buy here, right?
It's pretty weird. I was in my sofa. I was just on my phone and I saw Bitcoin up 2%. I was on a weekend, and I checked Twitter, no news, just pure, I don't know.
Yep. So we had this like, I would say this is the range we played with. We reject. We test this here. We get instant reaction to test it again. It comes down. It fills the wick, goes back to like the middle, rejects on the middle, tests the low again. Like honestly, when it was like coming under here and starting to close candles here, I was like, all right, this is going to drop to 48. And you could see this in the open interests. I'll quickly go to the open interest of Bitcoin. Let's go in a little bit more time frame over here. I think it was Bybit or Binance where you had obvious like signs that people were giga shorting the lows. Yeah, over here. So if you put on CVD, this is going up, this is going down, and this is going down. So people were giga shorting towards 50.6 here. and this is a short closing. This is a short closing. These are people who are forced to sell because they were shorting here and they hit their stop or they hit their liquidation. So yeah, it bounced back into the range that we have. So what's the next logical target? Range high.
And to be honest, if
flip
we
range
break
high
the
into
range high,
supports.
then we
It's 60K, right? 60,
exactly
62,
yeah.
give or take. Yeah, we can go a little bit lower to see if we can like find a point where we could buy back. I think we already missed it. I think this candle up here is your indication that you need to jump back in if you're out. Just buy here, put your stop here. I think if we revisit it, it's not very likely. It's not gonna like take these stops that we've placed here and go back up. That seems very, very unlikely. I think you just smash buy here and have your risk management determine how far or how much you want to lose on the stop over here. And yeah, that's it for Ethereum. For Bitcoin. Smash buy on a Saturday.
Let's go. Okay.
Let's quickly go to Ethereum.
Not financial advice. No.
No.
Okay,
Ethereum has been much cleaner.
the thing you have to check at Ethereum against Bitcoin is at resistance now.
Yeah. On the left, we have Ethereum dollar. On the right, we'll have Ethereum Bitcoin. This is TA-wise just beautiful. Super hard to trade because it's not only dependent from Ethereum, it's also dependent from Bitcoin. But you have your high, you have your low, it deviated. Once it deviated here, the market was like, you can see the volume candles here, instant push up, got rejected, came back down to test the low. Didn't quite reach the low, but doesn't matter. Now it's back at the range high. I flip this and it goes up, right? My first sells for ETH into Bitcoin are around 68.50.
The reason why I'm liking Ethereum right now is not really because of the technical setup, but more like there's a possibility that we will see the first Ethereum ETF in May already. And it doesn't really matter if we get it or not, but just the anticipation that we might get it in May might move the price upwards. So what I'm thinking of doing is on the next dip, I'm gonna load up on some Ethereum, and then just 2 days or just a day before the announcement, I sell it all. If it's accepted, okay, sure, it will move higher. But if it will be denied, then it will move a lot lower. But I think I can already make a nice profit just on the way towards it.
On your way towards May 23rd,
Yes,
I think it is. Yeah. And then you should have a playbook on how you want to play it, right? Because Bitcoin ETF, the day itself, we had a spike up into the announcement and then a giga dump until like the flows showed up and people are like, oh, wow, they're actually buying millions and hundreds of millions of Bitcoin. This is really positive. And then we just trended up another 20%. So what will the market do now?
I think it will be worse this time with Ethereum. I think there will be way more outflows than inflows.
There will be way more hype and there will be more outflows from Grayscale on their ETH ticker, I think it is. I haven't quite figured out yet how I'm gonna play it. Am I gonna sell into the new anticipated news event on May the 23rd? Am I just gonna hold what I buy here and I'll see you at 10,000? Because eventually we'll get to 10,000.
You still got your Ethereum long open, right?
I do, from 2100.
Nice.
That's like up 45%. It's I'm hoping to sell 3.3, 3.5. I keep moving my target up, honestly. Like the obvious target that everybody has on their chart is this high, which is 3.5.
But it's looking good, right? Especially with ETF coming up, possibly.
Yeah, and May is not that far away. It's like
and it's way stronger than
months.
Bitcoin at the moment.
Mm-hmm. in theory, should just drift up into 3.5. Reason why I want lower is, I think I had this one marked out here, like this weekly order block. Can I do blocks here? Of course I can do blocks. And then you put on the magnet, here. This is what I originally wanted to sell into. Start taking profit at 3.2 and just layer bits or asks up to scale out along. But volume is rising. We're clearly uptrending. ETH BTC looks amazing for like another 20% possibility to go up. So like to the top, that's 20%. That means if Bitcoin moves 10%, Ethereum is going to move 30%. 30% from here is a lot higher. That is almost 4K.
It's possible.
So I've now decided I'm gonna scale out on top here between 3.35 and 3.5, and that scale into USDT as like profits. I'll buy some Ethereum along the way. I've been buying Ethereum spot as well. I'll scale that out at like 4K if we get there. 60K Bitcoin, 4K Ethereum. That seems like a nice round number for both to top out for till past the halving, I assume, in April.
All right, that's a clear plan.
Yep. Will I do Solana as well?
Let me maybe go over my screen real quick, and then can do some alts.
Okay.
All right. For me, it's actually the same as Bitcoin. Same targets, just here thinking Kijun, maybe a bit lower. Like I said, I want to buy really quick now, so maybe it's possible that I buy in the coming days some Ethereum. I still have some Ethereum, so I'm not completely sidelined because of the ETF. So I want to make a play before the ETF is coming. And also I want to buy some Ethereum betas. Which is that?
OP.
So like L2s, Arbitrum. What do I have? Matic. I got Metis. But I will talk about them a bit later when we talk about the altcoins. So basically, for me, it's pretty easy. Just same tactic as with Bitcoin. Just buy thanking Kijun and maybe buy some in the next week. What I wanted to talk about is still, so when do you have to make the move towards altcoins? I made a tweet about it a couple of days ago, which went viral, which I wanted to show you because that's very important of how you play a bull run cycle. Because for the time being, it's still the best way to be in Bitcoin and to be in Ethereum right now. Because if you look at the Bitcoin dominance charts, let's put it here on the monthly. We just see that even if you can just look at beginning of the year, this is beginning of last year. So just in 1 year, if you were in altcoins, you lost 35% against Bitcoin. And that's not really the goal as well, because then you just faded the whole move. So basically how it works is most of the times we have that period of the bear market of 2 years and then 2 years bull market, or 1 year bull market, 3 years bear. And most of the times Bitcoin performs better or performs less worse than altcoins during the bear market. But then when the when the bull market really started, that's where altcoins really shine. But what I found was these last couple of days is that I can show just my tweet and I can read it for you. Most of the times, the alt season, basically when altcoins perform better than Bitcoin, it depends really on the monetary policy. So you can see it here if you really look at it. So when the Fed, so the Federal Reserve, start cutting their interest rates, then you see the altcoins outperform Bitcoin. Then when they raise again, then Bitcoins outperform. And it's really clear. And this not only happens in the crypto markets, it happens in everything. In the stock market, you see when the Fed starts cutting rates, then all the meme coins pump. You saw the GME and everything just pumping. And same with everything. I got a couple of mates of mine who are really into Pokemon cards. It's the same thing. When the Fed starts cutting the rates, the Pokemon cards fly, Rolexes fly, everything flies. It's just like I said here, risk assets favor low interest rate regime, and that's true in every market.
Yeah, makes sense.
So if you want, you can look at my tweet here. It's from, I think, 3 days ago. It went a bit viral, so it's and what I wanted to show was again, so how can you play this? Basically, it's very easy. So for the time being, Bitcoin is your best bet. So maybe already Ethereum because of the ETF coming up. And then you
Mhm.
just have to look at when is the Fed actually going to cut their interest rates. And CME got a very nice watch tool here, and the market is pricing in 32% chance that it will be in May and a 69% that it will be in June. Before the market thought it was going to be very, quicker, earlier. But the
Mhm.
thing was, when the markets go higher and higher and higher, the Fed will not cut rates. And there was a very nice comment of someone on my tweet. He said, higher for longer doesn't mean QE anytime soon. So basically, when we see all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, the Fed will not cut rates. And the thing is,
Yeah.
we're just in a catch-22 situation, because everyone anticipates the Fed will cut rates. So everyone is betting and things will move higher. But
Front running the news.
because it
Yeah,
goes
and
higher, the Fed will not cut rates.
no.
So
QE, by the way, is quantum easing,
yeah, yeah.
quantitative easing. So
So maybe we can hold a bit off
fighter.
on going on altcoins. So maybe you have to wait for June to really buy the altcoins and play the market cycle that way. So really keep
Mhm.
this in mind, keep an eye on this, and really look at when the Fed will cut their interest rates. What
How
you
do you
said
play
was
this
a
for? Oh, go ahead.
no, what you said was really well, nice set as well. And basically, that's a nice chart to look at it as well. Is look at the USD T charts, and when you see them printing a lot of money, that means a lot of money will flow into the altcoin markets, and then all the
Mhm.
altcoins will pump as well.
Yep. Another one we could discuss is what main stocks could you buy that are related to crypto that could fly? Because personally, I'm like buying Coinbase stock like there's it's like bread on the shelf that I need. I keep
Coinbase
buying
is a
coin.
very good stock. I think Wall Street really underestimates Coinbase because of a lot of things. I saw that Coinbase, they do a lot of venture capital investments. So they got their venture arm and they just write every investment off, basically that it's zero and that. But the thing is, in the bull market, when every investment of theirs, every coin will
Pays
launch,
off.
they will make
Hmm.
a lot of money. As well, I think their base layer 2 Ethereum chain will make a lot of money because layer 2 chains, they buy block space from the Ethereum layer 1 and they resell it. So it's basically a business model. It's a business that buys block space and sells it. It's, I think in crypto, it's the most, well, it's a coin that looks the most like a real business. And
Yeah.
I think Coinbase will profit enormously from that as well. So I think Coinbase is a very good buy. Uh, for the rest, you got MicroStrategy maybe, but I prefer just holding Bitcoin. And then you have a lot of miners.
Yeah. The miners are interesting, but that alone can be a stream for 2 hours. Which miners are doing what? Who's got what market share? What are their plans for the future? Because if with the halving, they're going to mine half as much, so half as much income. How do they offset that? Could be a very interesting topic for a stream.
If you want, I showed your screen right now because it's already half an hour in. So let's move on to
All
the
right.
altcoins.
Yeah, I'll just touch on Solana, honestly. We'll start with Solana that's bleeding against Ethereum. Bleeding hard against Ethereum, even. This is painful if you're a Solana maxi. Price range. So that's down almost 40% against Ethereum. Against Bitcoin, it's not much better.
And it's because of the selling,
This,
you said it earlier, right?
well, one of the theories could be that FTX or Genesis is willing to sell $2.5 billion worth of Solana that's staked, so cannot be sold on spot, but it's staked. It's staked for another year, I think, and they're selling it for 40% under current market value. So
OTC.
let's say, yeah, OTC. So let's say you want to buy a lot of that, 2.5 billion, and the price is, you start negotiating over here. and it's not a signature yet on a deal, you push that price down on purpose to get a better deal on your OTC price. And it's a wild theory, but it wouldn't surprise me. And also, capital is flowing out of Solana into Ethereum and other coins. If you go for DeFi, not sure. DeFi, can I do this? Or watch list? Yeah. If you look at these coins, up. It's all DeFi is the hype right now. You can click on each and single one of them, except Maker. Maker's not having a good day. All the
Just
rest
so you know,
is
our Zoom meet was over time and we don't see your camera anymore.
Okay, that's okay. But yeah, DeFi is now the hot potato that everybody's betting on because Uniswap made a change in their revenue fees. They're going to share revenue fees with their users, which means people will earn a lot more holding or staking Uni. The thesis is every other competitor that does DeFi will follow this because it's beneficial for the users. It will attract users. So everything just pumped. And the whole market, DeFi market, is still like undervalued compared to other markets. So people were not allocated to DeFi. So it's a perfect squeeze, honestly.
On Ethereum, most likely, because what I was seeing is every DeFi coin of Solana performed really well the last few months until now, I think. And I think now the Ethereum DeFi coins will outperform all the Solana DeFi coins.
Yep. Also, I've been going over targets to the upside. I'm gonna follow you on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Kijun, Clouds, support bands. That's where I'll buy. I'm not sure if I'll add to my long because it's already a pretty big position for myself. It's a bit uncomfortable to. I've had it open since end of November. That is almost 90 days, if not longer. Where did I enter? I entered on the drop. Quickly see. I entered under 2K and then started to build it up. So I think I started to build my position over here. Yeah, beginning November. This is where I started to build my position. And then I added heavily on this first drop and on this drop. And then I also added up here because I thought, oh, it's going to go up only. The last one here was a bad one. I didn't add here. If it comes back down to 2006, 2005, 2004, 50, I should add. That would be the good strategy, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. But I think we see 3.3 plus eventually, probably before the halving.
And then we'll have to see then, it's basically a bit my thesis, if the Fed will cut rates or not, that will help Ethereum as well. Maybe just to end it, I just go over a couple of altcoins real quick, and then we call it a day because it's already late here.
AVAX is an interesting one, I think, because the chain stopped working. When the chain stops working on Solana, it's bullish because like, oh, here it's fixed, and then Solana just eats further. This here is also
when the chain stopped working. But was it the entire chain? Because I saw AVAX-C or something. I'm not really sure how AVAX is working, but I'm not sure if the whole chain stopped working or just a part of it.
Well, that was a weird part on their front page. The numbers were still going up, but there were no blocks produced. If there's no blocks, there's no chain, right? But this is an ascending triangle, which can like, and then once it breaks out, it just eats up.
Do you know if there's a lot of projects developing on AVAX? Because I'm not really following it.
No, but again, if narrative doesn't work and it's just price leading, that will also work to push the coin super high. There doesn't need to be a good ecosystem. And a good ecosystem is good for your chain, obviously, but it's not necessary to pump your coin into oblivion.
Not in a bull market, but in a bear market, it's different.
Yeah, I see people calling for like $100 on AVAX, which aligns with like this high, I guess. give or take.
Sure.
And yeah, this here is a nice accumulation, right? And we're kind of flipping it. Like this is your accumulation. We broke it, we tested it, it holds. It's testing it again on this high here. This could eat up, and then first stop is 50, and then
The
maybe this
weekly
over
cloud
here.
target is 80 as well, so maybe we go towards 80. It's possible.
Yeah, just to like the highs where it peaked and it stopped, right? It's the targets you want to like hop over and then fall back under, and then you just sell on top here, sell on top here, and sell on top here. Yeah, IVX might be an interesting one because this is quite a run. Huh? This is ×3 or something.
Yeah.
Give or take. Anything else you would like to see in particular?
Well, I can just share my screen real quick. It's basically all very similar. I'm gonna go over it in 1 minute. Basically, it's all what I'm doing right now is cloud edge to edge plays. Basically, a lot of coins are entering the clouds, and it's set up nicely. So I just sold real quick. My target is here, edge of the cloud as well. Next, Algorand maybe. I'm not sure if I'm entering this one. Atom, I'm already in. So if we see this edge to edge, 130%. Matic, same thing, also in the cloud. This one I'm holding as well because of the Ethereum narrative, and also the Denken upgrade will be in 3 weeks. So this will help Ethereum layers to reduce their gas fees by 90%, or it's really crazy. What else? ARP I have just for the Denken upgrades. Stacks, Bitcoin layer 2. I want to add, I talked about it last week as well. I want to add more here. What do we have? Dogecoin. I'm holding a bit of Dogecoin, but I'm losing confidence because meme coins, for me, a meme goes and it comes and it goes. And I think Dogecoin went. I don't see it coming back the same way we had in previous bull run. I think it will.
But that's the beauty of Dogecoin. It just sends one candle. Everybody and their partner either tries to short or sell, and then it goes another 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%.
I'm just going to try
you
for
would target,
double.
yeah. That's what you target. I will probably go to 0.4 because that's how Dogecoin works.
Filecoin, look at this. I got the back of this as well.
That's probably one that I will. If we dip, that's the altcoin that I will like put quite some dollars in to hold for a while.
But as you see, it's all the same comp, same setup as well. GMX, I got a spot back. It's a coin that Arthur Hayes likes a lot. Elastus got a small bag as well. Metis, also a very good coin. It's breaking out here.
That looks beautiful, that chart.
Same
that
thing.
Screams.
It's also an
that screams 150.
Yeah. So this one I got a small bag, not very much. And then that's it for me. Just maybe Xi, but I don't have an entry yet. This is a layer 3 actually. So it's a layer on top of Arbitrum made for gaming so that you have 0 gas fees.
Interesting.
We'll try to buy here the Kiju, the Tenkin, and this
range high thing. Yeah.
Maybe here. I'm not sure yet because it got already a big valuation just for a layer 3. So
It's pretty new as well.
It's pretty new as well, as you can see, 10th of January. But we'll have to look at it more fundamentally. And
makes sense.
That's it for me. That's all I'm looking at for me. Still focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then when we see the rate cuts, I might go over to altcoins.
It looks really bullish for a Saturday, though. I'm not gonna lie. It broke the high from yesterday. It's a very, very interesting candle. Oh, we have a flip on the Kijun and Tenkin flip on the 4-hour. That's been a while. If that flips again, so that blue is above red, above the clouds, that is one of the biggest signals with this indicator that it is ready to launch. So you have the bearish flip just now. Look, 3 or 4 hour candles ago. If that flips bullish again, you can bet on it that we're going to go towards 60, I think.
We'll see next week.
Next week we're at 20K. Hello guys, our predictions, because this is not financial advice, didn't really come true, but we're still here. That's the most important part. We're having fun. We're making some money. We're losing some money. We're making some more money. All right, let's call it.
Let's call it a day.
All right.
As always, thank you very much for coming on.
No problem.
Guys, if you haven't yet, follow 0x0cool on Twitter. He posts every day some really nice trading setups and some really nice on-chain data. Well, not on-chain data, but more order books, and really follow him. He's a lot smarter than me. So that's that. All right, and then see you all next week.